Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink your water. Lift your glass and 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 drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Take your breath and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Move your body, drink your water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Move your body and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. 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 Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass and drink some water. 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 Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Take your breath and drink some water. 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 All right, family. I want to thank everybody on the podcast. Thank everybody that's watching on YouTube. Thank everybody that is watching on Facebook. Because I know it's kind of difficult because I switched and I moved my page. I moved where I'm streaming from. And I understand some people going to be left out at first, but they will catch up. We have no problems with that. So like and share. Let everybody know that we're doing the Daily Toast now on Gye-Nyame Journey. And I'm about to break down why we're doing that. Lift your glass and drink some water. 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 Drink, 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 drink. Great rising to you. Drink, 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 drink. Oh, family, 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 family. The fuckery that I'm surrounded by. I just don't understand, right? Facebook got all this technology and they make stuff so damn hard. My God. So now, family, we are going to do the toast. We're going to have a conversation as usual because you know it's the weekend. And for me, it's the beginning. Actual tomorrow starts the beginning of the new year. Why? Because we have been on break and I have been able to be away from everything, right? So now, family, now, right, it's time for me to make a switch, right? When I started this toast, I originally started it on Gye-Nyame Journey. This is a Gye-Nyame Journey thing. This is not a Brother Hatim thing, right? It is Gye-Nyame Journey's responsibility to toast the ancestors, to lift up the ancestors, because once we start lifting up the ancestors and people start seeing you saluting their ancestors, right? It kind of form bonds. And that's what I always wanted to do, form bonds, form family, right? So I went to my channel first because it was, once again, it was easier. I'm remembering it was easier to do it through to stream through my direct Facebook page. But what I want to start to happen was this turn into just a Hatim thing. So I got over 400 people on this page, thinking that Facebook will make it available to all 400 people, but you can't mass text, you can't do all that. This is why on this day I decided to switch to this, because now with the new phone system that I have, with the new super phone that I have, you can all get on that line to 614-300-1875. With my new phone, right? I will be able to let people know. I will be able to text those that want to get up at 5:15, and when we move back to 4:15 as the sun gets higher in the sky, right? That morning texts to say, hey, it's time to toast those ancestors during those 5 days of the week. And then also for those people who want to know when I'm going to be toasting on the weekends, because on the weekends, I don't toast at the same time. You know what I'm saying? On the weekends, I sleep in. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of you, right? So what I'm doing is I'm switching this over to Gye-Nyame Journey, because another aspect is, one, with me now working with the village, with the Tawi village, right? I got to take the focus off of me and start to moving it back to the community. This is a community thing, right? Because so eventually what'll be able to happen is that Brother Hatim might get sick, Brother Hatim might get hurt, but somebody in the village is going to be able to pick up and be like, boom, I'm doing a toast. And they could get right on the Gye-Nyame Journey page and do the toast, right? And we could build an audience. Now, what happens when you build an audience? This is where we go wrong, right? We build an audience and we think that people are just supposed to sit there. We trust Facebook with it. But you see how hard it was for me. I got 400 people on my page. Why can't I send a text to all 400 people who like my page to be able to get on here and be like, boom, it's toast time, whether they want to come or not? If you like the page, I should be able to do that. But my data is not my data. My data belongs to Facebook. My data belongs to Google. Now, so what I have been looking for, I've been looking for apps that would allow me to keep my list. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, this is why I do Gumroad, right? A lot of people are selling on other things. I do Gumroad because Gumroad allows me to, at a small price, sell my products. But at the same time, I get to keep my list, right? I get to keep my list. See, we don't understand. Knowledge is power, family. And now, in how does this translate for African people? First off, let's break it down. Let's break it down, family. We don't have a monetary economic problem, although we are poor. We have to understand that as African people, we have always looked at wealth differently. Wealth was never about gold. Wealth was never about silver. This is why Mansa Musa could dig up all that goddamn gold and travel all the way over to Mecca and corrupt systems as he going through it, because gold didn't mean shit to us. It was never about the gold. It was never about the silver for us. It's about relationships. Relationships. Right? So what I'm trying to do with what I'm doing with Gye-Nyame now is develop the relationships. So those of you that will take time to go to my new phone number, 614-300-1875, when you sign in, family, when you sign in, there is a questionnaire that pop up where I can get the basic information on you while I'm building my list. I also get your birthday so that I can kick it with you on your birthday. I can start sending out birthday shots on this. And then also there's a part that pop up there that says, do you have any ancestors that you want toasted? So I'm building the list at the same time. And then also with that, I'm able to see which shows you like, right? Which shows I might need to keep, which ones I don't need to keep. And I'm able to build up on the information. But this phone gives me the opportunity to constantly stay in contact. Now, the reason I picked this up was because the dude that developed it, I think his name is Ryan Leslie, right? He's able to stay in contact with 38,000 people. Now, but this is what really caught my ear. This brother's not, he don't have a manager. He don't have a record company backing him. He makes music and he sells. He don't even go platinum, but he makes $2 million when he drop an album because of his personal relationships. I'm sitting up here thinking, God damn, that's an organizer's dream. That's a revolutionary's dream. Build a phone book, right? Build a phone book, build the relationships so that we can move on. Sister Aisha mentioned something about the dark web. Shouts out to Sister Navita. I see you out there. I'm going, because I know when you share, I'm going to get about 10,000 people on this, because that's how it goes down. All right, first off, I'm sorry. I want to welcome you to Gye-Nyame Journey. Yeah. This is a Heart of a Simba production. Of course, you know it's a daily toast. Where we strive to blow up paradigms. All right. Now, for those that are on Gye-Nyame, that might be catching this a little bit later, that are new to the process. 2 rules, daily toast. Now, first off, we can't toast our ancestors if we're unhealthy. So we got to stay healthy. We got to stay well. So the first thing I say to you is, there's only 4 major things that you need to have to stay healthy. Actually, it's 4, but I said we're going to talk about 2. But it's 4 major things. Breathe right. Learn how to breathe. Learn how to breathe. Not just because the meditation is deeper. Meditation is deeper than just going to no place. Meditation is about monitoring and controlling your breath. That's why I say, take a breath and drink your water. Proper breathing. Proper water. Now, regardless of what type of water you got, long as the shit is clear and it ain't got no dangerous bacterias and dangerous viruses and shit like that floating in it, you're cool. I choose artesian or spring water at this time until my research finds something better, right? So you got to have proper breathing, proper water, socially appropriate food. All right, family, listen. For those that sign up for the 21-day challenge, I send out links. One of the links I send out is the African Heritage Diet. It's important, family. Listen to me. Listen to me. For eons, for millions of years or hundreds of, however you look at history, family, your body and your people have eaten in a certain way. They ate in that way because that was the optimal way for them to eat and survive. Your body, your phenotype was shaped and formed by the environment and by the food that you took in. Every people have staple foods. As African people in America, we got to start plugging back in to some of our cultural foods. Why? Because it enables us to, 1, connect with the culture, and 2, get the proper bacteria, yeast, molds. I know that sounds nasty, right? But your body's full of them. We're going to talk about that in a second. Get all of that stuff into your body that your body needs to stay healthy. We fall sick, 1, because we're not breathing right, 2, because we're not drinking right, 3, because we're not eating right. And when I say culturally appropriate food, pizza is good every now and then, but that's not culturally appropriate, right? Culturally appropriate foods are foods that come directly from your culture. Like, we ate a lot of greens. We ate a lot of beans. We ate some meat. Now, I'm not saying that if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you ain't got to do that, but you need to incorporate some of the cultural elements from our diets. Like, for example, if you don't eat meat, but you like a pescatarian, when you eat fish, right? It's certain fish, it's certain way that you could do fish. Like, for example, you go to the African store, you look at some of the fish on the counter, right? You look at some of the fish around there, right? They have live whole fish, salted fish, which is a whole nother powerhouse for you, family, right? Certain greens, certain beans that you need to incorporate, certain sauce like palm oil. We came up on palm oil. Although we've been separated from it, we need to do it. Not just that, I think we also need to experiment with new methods of cooking and preparing the meals. You're right, because now spices as well. That's what I'm talking about. Culturally appropriate. Now, and Anubis, don't get me wrong. When I'm talking culturally appropriate, yo, is anybody friends with Brother Kwame? Because I need Kwame up on this, right? Um, uh, share to the Brother Kwame. I can't type it out. Well, I guess I could type it out at Kwame, but I don't know if it's gonna pop up. But I need to get Kwame on here because I feel bad when he's not on here. Well, anyway, let me do this. All right, cool. But Anubis, when I'm talking culturally appropriate, I'm not talking getting stuck back in time. I'm talking about looking at those foods, you know what I'm saying, that we used to eat, to prepare them, looking at how we can build them up, how we can make them better. You understand what I'm saying? But still staying culturally connected in our diets. I ain't saying doing it all the time, you know, because I like some Chinese food myself. You know what I'm saying? I like pizza myself. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things, right? But then looking into the roots of food. Now, then the last thing is moving our bodies. We have to move our bodies, family. Man, unbelievable. All right, cool. So now usually they will let me pull a share, send this friend to friends. Okay, let's see if they let me send it to her. You know what I'm saying? Now, so when we talk culturally appropriate, boom, you know what I'm saying? So it's like culturally appropriate ways to move as well. Certain things that we need to be doing as Black folks. You know what I'm saying? And I need to share this on my page. Okay, there we go. Once again, I shared it up. Oh, come on, Kwame. We looking for you, brother. I'm going to comment. But when I comment, I hope it don't pull up the sound, which it probably will. I ain't done with my water yet. That's why we didn't get to the toast. All right. When I came, so that's the one thing. So when you join the show, family, know you have to drink your water. Now I'm supposed to be drinking 32 ounces, but I don't think 1.5 liters is 32 ounces. I'm just being honest, right? So I'm gonna try to kill this. Right, then we're gonna get into the toast. But family, we also here to talk about what I love Chinese when I make it myself. Trust. See, and now that's the piece. Learning how to do that. Now, it's certain commonalities that you find in a lot of these cultures, right? We really need to look at what diseases were running wild. Diseases were running wild. Let me state this. When we well, prior to the refrigerator. I know the refrigerator is the greatest thing since sliced bread, but like I said, ambrosia was because I started finding out that we're missing certain things. We have become so sterile that it's easy for us to get sick. Our body is not used to fighting shit now, so it's easy for a flu to just run through and take and shit because people are not out there. They're not getting it. Real quick. Computer moving so slow. All right, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Look at that. It's still moving slow. All right, family. So when you come to the toast, I start off, I try to do about 32 to 35 ounces to start the show off, right? Then I have a healthy drink. So whether you got ambrosia or you got green tea or you got something else, make sure that you got some drink that you make the toast to the ancestors with. Figured out how to do it, family. And I figured out how to do it. It's moving. I'm about to get Brother Kwame up on here. Family, go on, like and share so we can make sure we get the audience over to this, because this is where I'm gonna be streaming from. This is where I'm gonna be streaming from. See, this is so whack. This is whack. I'm on precisely, and I never used to go to get Common Cold until I moved to New York City. Well, you know, and New York around, and then on top of that, see, this is what's crazy about being in those small areas, because you got all these people homes, and then when they get sick, they go to the doctor and they get a shot. You know what I'm saying? Antibiotics. So now we get these super viruses and these super predatory bacteria and shit like that, right? But you know what's crazy about that whole thing? The only thing that's going to stop the super bacteria that's coming at this point in time are viruses. Moving back to a diet where they start incorporating fermented foods. There's this thing called phage, viral phages, that that the viral phage is like a healthy virus that gets in and it attacks bacteria. And what it does is that it lands on top of the bacteria, digs down into it, plants its seed, and then it start eating the bacteria from the inside out, and it blows up. When the bacteria blows up, it blows out more of the bacteria that goes out and starts to capture and destroy. And it does this with those bacteria that the doctors can't get rid of now. There's so much stuff going on around us. And what's crazy is for a lot of this stuff is some of the ancient wisdom. But as Anubis say, throwing our twist on it. You know what I'm saying? Not being so ancient in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? We're able to use our ancestors' wisdom and move forward. That's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, and this is what a lot of people don't understand. In Kemet, they adapted. In all of our places, we adapt. When we don't adapt, we die. That's the way of nature. I'm gonna finish up this water. We can keep on talking for a few minutes, family. Not call my new number, 614-300-1875 is posted at the top. Call in. I need your information. I want to stay in contact with you. Those that have ancestors, text me Daily Toast, his name. Compile. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do two things today. Form, I'm gonna share a form on the page, and then also I'm gonna share I'm gonna share my store on the page, because man, I'm about to get out here and start pushing my damn books. You know what I'm saying? Because I got all these other people pushing books. Shit, I might as well go and share my shit too. You understand what I'm saying? I might as, because we doing a daily toast, and also for the other shows so that people keep up with it, right? So now, questions, comments. Come on, family. Y'all got them. Let's share them. Y'all got them. Let's share them. That's all I'm saying. So I'm looking for this form that I'm gonna put up. I'm gonna put up the form for all those that's on this line right now. where if you go to the link, you will be able to list. I see. I'm pushing the wrong button. Those drugs, family. From back in the day, I ain't taking none right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share this form with the family, so that those of us ancestors that you don't hear me mentioning, right? I'm gonna post it up. Can post up your ancestors, because I'm building a list for that too. Because like I said, man, I honestly believe that one of the missing pieces, I mean, because there's no one silver bullet that we in as a people. But I think that when our children see us, cannot use live video and ads. What does it say? Live video broadcast cannot be promoted through ads. Please wait until the line. Okay. I'm not trying to, motherfucker, stop trying. They keep trying to sell me shit on Facebook. I love it though. I can't knock the hustle. I'm just being, you can't knock the hustle. I'm trying to post up a comment, but they won't let me post up a comment without getting on the damn video. Oh, here we go. All right, cool. Good God Almighty. Y'all don't know if y'all, Anubis, I need help, man. My computer is moving super slow. Is there anything that I can do to speed that up? You know what I'm saying? Or do I just need to go and get a new computer? Should do I need to just invest in a new computer? All right. I just post, it should be coming up real soon. You can post up any on this form, and it will compile them so that one, I can start reading. I'm still continue reading from the list I got. If you already put your ancestors down, don't worry about it. But if you are new to the family, if you are new, right? Just go ahead and fill out the form if it pops up on the screen. I don't know what the hell going on. All right. So, all right. So let me finish this water. All right. Shouts out to my Spreaker fam. Of course, shouts out to my fam on Facebook. If there's anything that y'all want to talk about, because I got time this morning, I just got to get my clothes. Oh Lord, see, that's shit I'm talking about right there. That's the shit I'm talking about right there. That's the shit I'm talking about right there. Y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I don't even understand. Right? Check one, check two. Is somebody else on the line? No, that was me. So now I'm talking to myself. But I'm gonna get it mastered. I'm gonna get it down. I already went through this. I already went show on. All right. My cousin liked it. Oh, there it go over there. All right. I got to figure out how to get that down, or it's gonna be interrupting the show. Okay. All right. Oh man, here we go. Oh, they got me on the same. Uh-oh. They got me up, and then after me, they got Prince EA, and I got to figure out how to turn it off before we come on. Cold brother, though. All right, so now, family, let's drink the water while I'm trying to figure out this. Drink your water. Oh, there you go. Y'all hear that shit? Look, listen. Listen to this shit. Over there. All right. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I love hearing myself. Oh, I know what I could have did. I could have just turned the sound down. I could have just turned the sound down. All right. So, and I don't see the post that it ain't pop up. I don't know why it didn't pop up. I'm sorry, family. I'm gonna find another way to get that out to you. Actually, I do. I got a way. It'll show up on my page. Don't worry about it. So, Last but not least, let's finish this water, get this toast on. Mm. All right. So for some reason, it will not allow me to post up this piece. All right, whatever. All right. So Miss Aisha, you posted up something about the dark web. What you want to know about the dark web? Because Brother Anubis is on the line, and I'm quite sure he's aware of all that. I'm quite sure he knows about that. Right? All right. So now, I kept my word. Y'all see the water's almost done. And we made it all the way throughout the week. And we did the day names. All right. For those who don't speak the language, the day is Imani. For those that don't speak the language, that's faith. In the meiotic principle is harmony. The principle we teach the young people at the school is trust. The color is red. Genetic law is gender. The male name for the day is Kwesi. The female name is Akusa. That from the national emotional emancipation circles, African-centered cultural virtues and value system. Today, the principle in Wolof is Drum and self-respect, goodness of human nature, and traditional Yoruba, Oju Ona, originality. All right? Originality. All right. So now, those are the principles. Now, what I'm challenging you to do every day, focusing on our principles. I had a very powerful meeting yesterday. Pieces that we're gonna move on as a community here, right? As a group, and we got to spark. We got to inspire people involved in this to start practicing that Nguzo Saba family. We got to start practicing our principles. Principles are one of the keys to help. Is one of the pieces of the keys that's gonna unlock this oppression on us, that's going to help move us to the next level of life. When our kids start seeing us practicing these principles, they will be inspired. Some of them will come towards it, others will move away from it. But if we start instilling it when they're young, they're always going to come back to it. And this is the piece. And this is one of the things I'm picking up from Amos Wilson. Start practicing principles, and our children can start seeing us practice principles, and they start seeing us being men and women of our word and doing what we need to do. And what they start to understand us, and then by them looking at our relationship with the community, they start developing a relationship with the community. Then they start to understand this. They start going with intent. Amos Wilson says that our children don't benefit from the education system because they're not going into the schools intention when they go to the school. They're going to the school because they got to go to school. They're going to the school because they need to go to school. They're going to the school because this is what they're being forced to do. It is babysitting as far as a lot of our children are concerned. They don't understand the importance. They don't understand the importance of learning and the connection to that learning, the act of building for our people, family. So when we start exercising unity, self-determination, capability, Ujama, cooperative economics, NIA, purpose, Kuumba creativity. When we start actualizing these in our lives, we'll start waking something up in our children. Children are going to be the ones that's going to be toasting us. Our nieces and nephews are going to be the ones that's toasting us. That we into their minds where they will find us worthy of toasting, because we're going to leave. We have the responsibility to leave them in a better position than we are in today. And we have to make sure that they're going to these institutions. See, listen, this is going to be kind of hard, but family, when we start operating as if we got on our shoulders, right? We start operating in hero mode. When we start operating like that, family, there's a whole different switch. Because I want you to understand what happens to a child when they go into school, that their people's survival, their people moving to the next level is dependent on them learning this mathematics. Looking at mathematics. Do you understand me? I mean, it's different for you. You know that you need to learn something so that you can feed your family. It's a different type of learning that you do. You understand? So with our children, getting them to be intentional, not taking them away from fun, not allowing them to have fun, allowing them to understand the depth of the people. Do you understand? So when we start moving in these principles, we start doing things with intention, and our children start seeing us doing things with intention. Pick up books with an intention. It's deeper than just me reading and escaping. I'm reading for a solution. I'm looking for something that's going to take us to the next level. And my kids are seeing this. Maybe some of that will rub off on them so that when they get into the school and they start looking into computers and they start doing stuff with intention. You understand what I'm saying? And when they don't have intention, you need to ingrain intention on them. Not just you need to get good grades. No. See, because you think about this, good grades don't benefit them. It benefits your ego. It might make the school look good. No, that's not the intention that we need to put on our children. You need to do good in school. You need to learn. You need to learn. Why? Because the processes that you are learning are going to help you help you build this dynasty that we're trying to build. You can't be a leader. You can't be a ruler. You can't be anything if you can't absorb information, transform it, and use it for yourself. School so that you can save your people. Can say, need you to get good at math. I need you to find what it is your passion is in, what your purpose is. I need you to take the time while you're in school to find that. You know what I'm saying? Can we create, here we go. Brother Nubis. See, this thing is so small. Brother Nubis says, can we create a few curriculums to distribute in whichever communities we live in? We have the minds and most certainly have the printers. People constantly accept those ridiculous Jehovah Witnesses. Ooh, that's this as well. Ooh, yo, dog, this is a dope ass idea. Now, you know what's crazy? There are schools out here. I mean, there are private schools that have. But you're right about them damn pamphlets, because people do accept those Jehovah Witness pamphlets and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So what you're saying is that we need to come up with a pamphlet talking about what we're doing. saying? But yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But you know, like I said, that goes back to that whole commitment piece. That goes back to that ill peace, family. You know what I'm saying? That's Anubis, you's a genius, dog. Aren't you? God damn. Salute to the Pisces. All enjoying the conversation. Hit me up at 614-556-4535. Let's see if we got any messages on. All right. Now, I have ancestors that you want me to toast. We create a new school without the infrastructure. Are you talking about like online? There's an online school that's doing that as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we could create or we could go and plug into something that's already working. Right there, then we could focus on what we do good. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a private school called Aya Institute where this brother is doing amazing stuff. You know, and it's culturally appropriate. Right? I just ran into another brother that does a private school yesterday. I was sitting up at Brother Quojo's yesterday. And oh my God, fam, the stuff he was doing. Shouts out to Brother Asifa. He found me. What's going on, bro? I had to switch stations. You know what I'm saying? For those enjoying the discussion, 614-4535. It's posted up there. If you don't want to talk, you want to text in, you can continue texting in on Facebook. But what I'm going to strive to do, oh man, listen, go check out that Aya Institute, family. Especially for Layla, man, listen, because we don't all live in Columbus, right? Oh, Aya Institute is out of Atlanta. It's international, but you know what I'm saying. And what we're doing right now, online education. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, the whole goal of this is to expand. Because right now we toast the ancestors, we discuss different things. One of the things, like for example, what about study groups? Because one of the issues with us sometimes is that all of us can't get out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? We could pick a book, read a chapter, and have a discussion about the chapter right up online and podcast it and broadcast it for those who don't have time to read the book, but or might not really understand the book, but they're interested in ideas so that they can hear different people discussing and debating the ideas. You know what I'm saying? Real nation building. Because now it's national, right? We're doing something with that and then and it keeps a lot of the madness down. Because Aisha, you know how you know how we get when we get together, right? You know how we get when we get together. It's two major things that break up Black organizations: sex and money. I can have sex with you online. You know what I'm saying? And you understand what I'm saying? And there's no money. It don't really cost us no money. It costs me money to do what I'm doing on all the platforms that I'm doing. Weekly programs could be a great start. Sure, but I was really talking about having a building and dealing with governments um, such as charter schools have to deal with accreditation and such. Oh, my brother Nubis. It just so happens that Brother Hatim works at a charter school. You understand what I'm saying? So, see, because I want us to remember our ideas, our ideas don't have to eliminate other possibilities. See, because we're working on many fronts here, and I know you are in New York. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? How do we start pulling it together on a national level? You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about all Black folks. I'm talking about us. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's a group of us out there that we can plug into, that we can start making moves, that we could start sending our children in certain directions and exposing our children to certain things. See, this is, I was thinking about this in the car last night after reading Amos Wilson's piece. Intention, going into class with intention. And I thought, historically, where could I pull something to discuss this? So, of course, with West Asian history, went to West Asian history. I said, all right, cool. There's this dude called Alexander, the Macedonian. Was that? But Alexander was a Macedonian. Alexander got his position from his father, who was Philip of Macedon. Philip of Macedon, right, came to power because I guess he was a soldier, and boom, 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 rose up to and became king. Now, this is the crazy piece. When you look at how they came to power because Sparta and Athens was first working together to push out the Xerxes people. Were they the Persians, or who were they? Who was Xerxes' army? The Persians? Were they called the Persians, or they wasn't Babylonians, but they did take over Babylon. But y'all know who I'm talking about. The Persians, right? They fought together to stop the Persians. They stopped them, and the war continued because Persia kept coming back. And Athens and Sparta fell out. Now I'm just going off the top of my head. Athens and Sparta fell out. Athens started fighting the Persians by themselves and started doing good. Spartans got jealous and joined with the Persians and fucked up Athens. Now, with all this infighting going on with Athens and Sparta and the other Greek states, this allowed Macedonia, who was up under Persian control, to rise. Macedonia took what they learned from the Persians through intention and moved on and took over Greece. Now, going back to what Philip did, Philip intentionally educated, think about this, intentionally educated his child, intentionally instilled in his child the fact that you have to become great. And he brought in the best teachers. And the teachers taught him folk tales along with strategies and stuff. But the folk tales inspired Alexander because Alexander's whole goal was to be greater than Hercules and to be greater than Achilles. And he stretched the army beyond. He moved his army beyond what the Greeks knew because of intention. And intention is his education. We got to be clear, family. This shit is real. Many Greeks were actually working for the Persians because they had no love for some of the other city-states. And that's what Sparta did. Because Sparta, out of spite for Athens, joined up eventually with the Persians. And eventually, then you got your Philip, then you got your Alexander, who totally had Greece up under his foot, rolled out, moved into Asia, went through Egypt, and here we go. And he says most Alexander's teachers were educated, not surprisingly, yeah. He brought the wisest. And when Alexander was conquering, one of the first things he did was went and got all of the wisest people so that he could learn. You understand? Because there was intention behind him learning. He understood that knowledge can be transformed into power. And we got to get our children to understand that knowledge, as Eric Thomas says, new money. Get you some. Get you some. right? Cleveland been on break. He ain't been on the Python, but he gonna get back on the Python, right? You know, and now the next challenge is that I'm gonna have to figure out a way to keep him, because I don't want to, I don't want to become so isolated that he's totally by himself, but to keep him from getting so linked up into these games. Because the next step is, dude, because I keep on catching them and sneaking playing these games. Dude, if you want to play a game, you're gonna have to create one. That's what we get into. Intention. Boom. So now, once that fire rises up in him to want to play a game, where he go and create one so that he can play these other games, that fire in him is going to going to help move him beyond and to another level. This is where we gotta. This is what we gotta start doing with our kids, our children, and it all starts with us practicing our principles. So I'm going to post up. There you go with another post. Hold on. Let me post the form on here real quick. I can post it there. Post. I'm going to post up. Hold on. Let me make sure I got this link where I need it. Y'all hear Sasha in the background trying to imitate me, trying to make fun of me. That's cool, Sasha. You hurt my feelings. I'm so hurt. I am hurt that you would even take the time to try to make fun of your old man like that. It's not funny, Sasha Mosh. It's not funny. But anyway, I'm gonna post up my link to my store on Gum Road. This is why. Because on there, you can sign up for the Nguzo Saba Challenge. And what is the Nguzo Saba Challenge, Brother Hatem? Now, of course, I went to the extreme with it because I'm a Pisces. For that, I'm a Quabana. So I got crazy on top of crazy, plus a little hater in me. So I did a fast for 21 and I'm talking about me. I did a fast for 21 days on the Nguzo Saba Challenge. I was trying to tell people that the Nguzo Saba Challenge is something that you can more. I got somebody on the line. Guess who it is? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you amazing Shaka Hasbury. I've been running my mouth, man. I've been running my mouth. I ain't even did the damn toast. Anubis, you supposed to keep me on point, man. You up here feeding into this, man. Moses Alexander, if we actually want to get serious, hold on, somebody put it on here. If we actually want to get serious, a website, I am thinking that we will need at least 20 people to start with that, have different things to offer, such as Kwame and his equations, providing that he has the time, of course. Remember, having a website does not require as much resource as having a public building, etc. Now, I already got a site up that could be used. I mean, my whole piece is, man, we can't be playing with this no more. You know what I'm saying? It's about, I mean, because we got Anubis in New York. We got Shaka in Cleveland. We in Columbus. Miss Aisha is down in Dayton. We have Maryland. You know what I'm saying? So we are on some national shit. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, but it's like we're able to communicate on almost a daily, for some of us, it's a daily piece where we're able to communicate. Right? This is why I'm moving into that super phone piece, because I want to be able to develop relationships, because as Black folks, this is where our wealth is. Our wealth is in our network. Our wealth is in the relationships that we build. Right? Shaka, I sent you. Did you see the video?
I started watching it, but then I wanted to commit to it, so I hadn't gotten all the way through.
But did you get the basic idea behind what homeboy talking about?
Yes.
Do you think it could help you?
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. I mean, one second. Yeah, we talking about wealth building, no?
Oh, yes, sir. Not what we talking about. We talking about the overall thing. You can't build a nation. Hell, you can't build a family. I mean, right now, the families we got together right now is almost like slave families. And this is why I say that. Because at any given time, your job could pop up and be like, oh, we need you to go to Memphis for your family right now. But, you know, you can go to Memphis. If you don't go to Memphis, you and your family, y'all can starve.
Yeah.
Because it's hard out here. So basically, they could sell you or move you at will. As a people, we have to be able to, you know what I'm saying, be able to adjust and be able to start doing the wealth building activities that will allow us. We need to, my fault, we need to build the relationships that will lead to wealth. See, I need people to understand. Now, this is why relationships is important. When we look at relationships, relationships are the foundation of spirituality. So you got a lot of people running around with all these spiritual concepts, but really when you look at it, spirituality is about relationships. You want to judge an individual. You want to look and see how spiritually in depth the individual is. Look at his friend circle or her friend circle. How are they getting along? How's this person and their family? Because spirituality talks about forming a relationship with the Godhead. That's basically what it is. You're forming a relationship with the Godhead. You ain't got to deal with all the stuff, but it's about maintaining and developing relationships. You maintain and develop that relationship with the Creator. Now, what happens is that a lot of people don't translate that into being able to recognize the Creator in everybody that they see. So they're not able to formulate those relationships. Now, relationship building is true worship. How I treat others is true worship. But go ahead, bro.
No, absolutely. The other piece is that because we wait so long to discuss the wealth building path with our children, we miss a lot of opportunity. I had mentioned earlier this year how a 24-year-old Black student designed an app to be able to get other students an opportunity to be able to create a nest egg simply by applying for grants and scholarships that nobody applies for. This brother at 24 years old got a disbursement check from school for $1.3 million because he had a system. There's no one listening in right now, same opportunity for their child or for their peer or for themselves even, if they have a GPA right now, in school, there's no reason for them not to be able to apply for those monies. And it's one of those things that money is always going to be there because nobody's applying for it. It's the same as in a community, except for everybody's applying for those community dollars. So, you know, it's got a higher demand on it. So as I'm sitting here trying to figure out how do I finance this transgenerational community that I want to build. Man, listen, if we support it and we embraced our young folks during their academic process at a younger age, if we introduce them into monetizing their even their educational process, young folks will get it a lot sooner because they will be empowered to create wealth for themselves. I think sometimes, even for the reason we don't do that is because we're so selfish, trying to figure out as head of household or as a parent, how am I going to provide for my children? And some of those children are ready to step up and say, "Mom, Dad," and we need to let them.
Hey, that's part of it. But hey, let's do this toast real quick, and then we can continue conversation about whatever you want. Post something up, family. You know what I'm saying? Let's not waste this time because this is my last free day. I'm back to my
something up that we haven't talked about yet.
Oh, well, I mean,
post something up that we haven't talked about yet.
Okay, y'all heard him. He said post something up that we haven't talked about yet. All right, here we go. So first, call on created by whatever name you call that created. We call that great force, that great power, that one unifying force, that first ancestors. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Thank you, Sasha Mosh. Move on to our personal ancestors. We're going to lift up our glass and we're going to salute those ancestors that paved the way for us, upon whose shoulders we stand. So we lift up the glass and we will start with their names. I need to start off with my Aunt Hazel. Aunt Hazel. She passed away recently. So I got to say her name 3 times till she make it to the other side. We got Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texas Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walter, Chris and Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L, Nomo X, Pat Mara, Peepaw, okay, Brian Watson Jr., Kaneko Parsons, Nomo X, Pet Mara, Malika Fakir, Dr. Marianne Williams, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Johnson, Alfred Brofro Ector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulliam, the Luxor Brothers, Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford Jr. No, Daniel Ford George. Oh, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lewis Henderson, Kevin Spratlin, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susan B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Ware, Levita Farmer, Augusta Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Habby Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson, Hammonds, Jarrell Giles, Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, Essie Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Wells, James Farmer, Marie Chavez, Leon Grace, or Gross. I don't know which one. I'm waiting for somebody. I think I know whose that is. Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mae Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Imhotep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Telma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey and Eleanor Howe, Frank and Rustlin Davis, II, Vena Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Family, I have a question for you. What can't we do when we got this many ancestors backing us?
Absolutely.
What can't we do?
Absolutely.
We salute these ancestors every day. Whether you hear every day or not, we're saluting these ancestors. And some of y'all have already included it in your practice. Every day we salute our ancestors. What is it that we can't do? Brother,
hey, hi, Tim.
Hold on. Brother Nubis says exactly, Aisha. And they always have this excuse that if your child is not vaccinated, then they cannot come to school, etc. But why was it there claim that vaccines work? Then those other kids should have no cause for concern, should they? There's a form that you can fill out that allows your kids to go to school without being vaccinated, family. There is a form that does that. So we need to get those forms out. Aisha know where they are. We have some in Ohio. Hold on. Somebody else posted something. In Ohio, we have Alerter with an amended code that gives parents the right to choose. I urge parents to practice this right. And these poisons close and calcify the third eye. All you need is a letter. In most cases, all you need is a letter. You don't have to be scared. See, but this is why we got the tribe up. Because one of the things that Omar Johnson speaks about, he says, when you go to a school, you should never go by yourself. Never go by yourself. Don't go up there acting a fool, and don't go by yourself. All right, but go ahead, Shaka. You had something you wanted to say.
I want to add somebody very special to the list. Somebody who has recently made a transition. Brother by the name of, and a legendary jazz artist that I got the pleasure of befriending, and someone who believed in the movement, and from day one told me that if I ever needed a guitarist, just to give him a call, is Wilbert Longmire. Wilbert Longmire, after the first of the year, passed away 15 years ago at the Hot Times Festival in Columbus, Ohio. I met him, my sax player, Eddie Bayer. And the irony is that I met Wilbert Longmire on the day music. He was on an album I was playing, Bob James, All Around Town, the music for Taxi. He's one of the most sampled jazz artists in hip hop. And so anyway, was playing the guitar on Angela, the theme from Taxi, and totally took it in a whole different realm. And I told Eddie that day, I said, man, does that. Same day I put the request out on my festival, he was sitting in with the Columbus Jazz Orchestra, and he gave me his number, said anytime you need me. And lo and behold, there was an opening of a restaurant on 5th up the street from CNN. Mm-hmm. And I had a perform that day. Actually, we did perform that day. But the thing is that the Columbus artist that I booked, it was a small paying gig. Oh man, I double booked, paying me more. And Lo and behold, 6 o'clock, Wilbur giving me a call, returning the call from 2 days ago. And I'm like, oh, man, I'm in Columbus. No players coming out. So it's just going to be me and this other musician. I wouldn't say that. It was like, how much is it paying? I was like, Wilbur, I wouldn't even call you out this way, man. I couldn't even pay you $100. Get the gas in my car, I'll be all right.
That's a true musician.
And the gig was at 8 o'clock, and the call was at 6 o'clock. He was bringing his guitar in. Natty when we had the call. And it's been about 3 times in history. And and traveled to do a show with me that wasn't paying nothing because he liked the vibration and he believed in what I was doing. So that if you wanted or for you, personally, you'd have to call William Morris big agencies to get them on. Don't put my name on the bill. I'm there for you. So Wilbur Longmire.
Say his name 3 times, man. 3 times.
Wilbur Longmire. Wilbur Longmire.
Yeah, Brother Anubis. Brother Anubis says, a window to see all this stuff through, man. This is crazy. All right. A letter. And then Anubis says, we're going to continue with it. A friend of mine told a doctor at a hospital called in Brooklyn that he did not wish for his twins to be vaccinated. They quietly called the police, jail. Man, then threatened him with jail. Hold on, I gotta go back because they posting up. Thank you, family. Jail time if he did not comply. Sadly, he caved out because people don't know, and that's why we got to tribe up, because the whole piece is the system the system is built up on bullying. This is their culture. It's built up on bullying. You know what I'm saying? So family, that's why you got to have people that got your back. People that have your back. So when you go places, you don't go official places by your damn self. I mean, because I knew, like, Shaka called me one time and told me court, and me knowing Shaka and how he gonna do long speeches, I at least need to be in the courtroom so that I can, at least pull the police off of him when he start talking and shit. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, that's my tribe member, and the piece is he needed some help, so I popped up for him. So we don't need to do that stuff by ourselves. He need to have somebody able to whisper in his ear that at least know New York state law, because most of these places talk about freedom of religion. You can say it's my religious belief that I shouldn't get my child vaccinated. You don't have to do that shit. They always try. Darian Grace say, as Darlene Grace say, they always try to punish. And welcome to the journey, baby. Punish parents in corporate control. Oh my God, hold on. This window's so small. I might need to turn my camera around because this is ridiculous. I gotta read through these little. Hold on. So Ms. Darlene said they always try to punish parents in their corporate control. If your child is vaccinated, then it can be away a maximum of 3 days. Almost have to be out a week or more if there was a breakout of the communicable disease. At least that's how it applies in daycare when you have signed the official letter. Aisha Essex says this is also why we need to stop getting birth certificates for our children, because then the U.S. of America will take on their ownership and then be able to tell us what we can and can't do as parents. And going through the process of naturalization of ourselves as well. Brother Asifa and Brother Rasul and avenue already started these processes. Now, hey, that I don't, saying that birth certificate, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? But the vaccinations, I do know. Here to prove that it's against your religious belief to do that shit. You ain't got to prove it. You just write it in the letter. At least here in Ohio, right? So let's lift up the glass, family. The glass. We toast those ancestors and we say our shit. From there, we move to the present moment. This is where your power is, family. This is where our power is in this moment. What are you doing with the moment? Right now, we're saluting our ancestors, those that's on here right now. Moment, we're harnessing power that nobody even understands. So we lift up the glass to the present moment because right now is where our power is. The present moment right now is Imani. And we lift up the glass. We say our shade. From there, we move to the future. We toast our children's children onto infinity. We pray that our children will do better than us. We pray we have the responsibility, not just pray, we have the responsibility, family, to leave our children in a better position that we are in. So we lift up the glass to toast our children in advance so that will, they will, they will have reason to toast us. So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, we move to all of our relations. Don't rush me, little girl. We toast all of our relations. We move on to the final toast, and that toast is to you. I toast you in all of your greatness. I lift up my glass to you, and we say Ashe, 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 and we wish you peace, power, joy, in 100 years. All right. All right. Also, for some of the text, it would be better if y'all was doing it but then everybody wouldn't see it. I see why y'all doing that. I could do that. Hit me up at 614-300-1875 as well. Get registered with the journey. Also, post up. You can send me your ancestors through there. I just posted up on the Vita, but it's not popping up. I don't understand.
What are you doing different for technology, Hatem?
I switched.
Wait. Let me say something. What are you doing to look? The show being on, and I wasn't even on a computer. I just woke up and heard your voice, and I turned on it. I turned on the computer screen. It told to just open up and started broadcasting on my computer without me.
Ooh. I mean, even though I don't.
For real, it was like an alarm clock.
Hey, what I did was I switched to because I'm taking the focus off of me and putting it more back towards a collective type thing. I started broadcasting on Gye-Nyame Journey. That's it. And I will be broadcasting on Gye-Nyame Journey. So now I just figured out how to do it. I just posted it up. I found it, family. I think I might have found it. There it go. So now that form that I just posted up there, for those that want to add your ancestors, by all means, do. Now, in my rushingness to get that out, your name on the form. I just asked you to. I think I just asked you to put your ancestor's name. Now, also another piece that I want to share with everybody is, especially for some of y'all that are doing independent things, right? Gumroad is a platform keep control only what you sell, because they charge you. Of course, they're gonna charge a small amount through, but they allow you to keep control of email addresses, of your information, of your data. You know what I'm saying? And anybody want to take the Nguzo Saba challenge is right. You say who? Yep, it allows you to keep your client list. You got control of your client list. You know, because with a lot of these other things, I'm selling books to Amazon. I have no control over my client list. If I was to go to Google, I have no control over that. As a matter of fact, take down my I wouldn't have be able to get in touch with nobody. They got my phone book and all that. This is why I'm moving a lot of stuff to Superphone. I'm asking people to call me or at least text me so that you can fill out and I can get all that stuff so that I could download it and keep it in hard copy, sort of like you do cryptocurrency. You got several wallets, you got in paper so that when you need to, you got the barcode and you could just go and boom, that's my money. You know what I'm saying? And it's yours. So now we just toasted the ancestors. So now conversations are open. Open. My Gumroad is up. Shouts out to Miss Navita Nelson. Stepped in. I think she left, but shouts out to Miss Eunice Hall. Stopping in for a moment. I appreciate it. Man. So family, also you can sign up for Gye-Nyame up on top if you want to. That I don't know, maybe that'll allow the computer to go straight to you. But now, what I'm gonna be able to do is send out text to family that want to get up in the morning and do the toast. To get up, you know what I'm saying? Those that want to work out. How do you get your money? What merchant does that site use? Gumroad don't use PayPal. Allows people to pay through them. And Gumroad, basically you get paid every week. When you get paid, your money, you don't get your money right away. It's like you get paid every week. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, so but you can send your people to PayPal if that's what you want. But you got to look at it because it's a cheaper fee than PayPal. And then they send you an email saying it's payday. And I think they're getting it down to where they're gonna be able to do it every day. So it's still a developing piece. Actually, I'm closing down my Patreon page and I'm gonna move. I'm doing everything through Gumroad and through Superphone. Because I'm like, yo, and once those two link up, hey, it's on and popping, right? So go ahead, Chaka.
So I forgot where I was at. Go ahead.
All right. In regards to Gumroad, she says, how do you get your money? What merchant does the site use? PayPal? No. They are their own thing. Because one of the reasons they was formed was because they felt PayPal was charging too much. So they charge a little bit, and send your money to you. Now I get paid once a week when somebody come in and do something. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I get paid on like Friday. So do they send it to your bank account? Yep. Send it to your bank account. They link to your bank account. And you know, I like it. The only problem is people, as far as trust. You know what I'm saying? As far as trust. You know what I'm saying? But if they trust you and have a relationship with you, as soon as they purchase something from you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's on the popping. You could do your music, do all the stuff through this site. I ain't getting no money for this. I'm just telling y'all. Also, with that Superphone piece, is one Superphone where I can put my Gumroad on it. It's, you know what I'm saying? Because the piece is, I got all these books, I got all these ideas, I got all these shows that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Sponsors and books. Sponsors and books. That's what we're moving towards. So then the whole goal is to get young people or some folks around me so I don't have to be pushing all these damn buttons. I got somebody that's there to push the buttons so you know that we are employing somebody, period. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Anything else?
You know what? I want to you, man, because I think that where you are going and what you insinuated about nation builders, more specifically, the immediate tribe. One of the things that I'm doing musically, strategically, it sounds like we can actually use the same strategy to be able to empower this nucleus fam. We're trying to monetize anything out here. I've yet to meet, but it sounds like he's an enterprising brother. Shout out to Brooklyn. Piece is that when we got here, musically, I have a label, Life Matters Entertainment. One of the first projects that I'm doing is a thematic concept album that I've spent the last 15 years writing. So as I break it down and as time changes, what I realize and what is told to me in music business, classes or whatnot, is that this is no longer an industry, an album. This is a singles-driven industry, right? As I spent the past 15 years trying to cultivate a band that even was half as remarkable as the makeup as my initial band, Soul Star. Now we're Black Phoenix. Black Phoenix is not as big, but specialists are that much more cultivated than they were 15 years ago. It's that much more of a sax player. Perez Whitted is that much more of a trumpet player and a band leader, and an independent artist. And so as I look at, in all my relations, all grown vastly, but collectively, we have yet to record. In a singles-driven era, I'll be right back. In a singles era, to record a single that I know on the East Coast, same guy who produces for Joe, and the same guy who was Whitney Houston's music director. Well, they're part of my movement. They want to see me make music, and when I'm ready for that onslaught, they just want me to, they want us to do something together. All right. So shout out to Josh Thompson, Steve Kelly. Do a single this year with those brothers because they already have songs out there that have won awards process. But then they're in Columbus, I think, that have produced for Most Def and Talib Kweli. Shout out J. Ross. Shout out Storm 9000. And produced for Dr. Dre.
Mm-hmm.
People that we can, and you know what? Storm and I, we're two alpha guys that probably don't really understand what motivates each other. But at the end of the day, in the spirit of capitalism, thing to push together, well, now he has the shared incentive to deal with. Right?
Word.
You got that. And then a lot of our members had moved out, even moved to the East Coast or the West Coast, like in California, where my little brother and my mom is at. You got Carlos Fisher, world-renowned drum and bass. Brandon Chapman, who back in Columbus was a little 15-year-old guitarist that just wanted to, with some of the old heads. Now, this dude is Ron Isley out in California. Shout out to DJ Evil Tracy, Philly-based DJ. It's famous DJs. DJ Evil Tracy, DJ Active. All of those guys out there making moves. So my whole point is that the tribe is a lot bigger, and the vanguard has been sitting on their hands, waiting. So now it's time to activate the vanguard because we move first. And so right now, from a nation building aspect, if I made a campaign, if I made a plan, travel throughout 2018 and recording these singles, the business has to be done behind it. And you have a lot of nation builders who take care of business. They understood, you know, how to routinely treat this music in our media, like real estate, fast. So that's what I wanted to put out into the ether today, and let's talk about it.
So, any words?
Like, what do you bring to the party?
What I bring to the party? Dip, man.
So that's really the question with that scenario. I think that should be a segment of all the shows. It's like, all right, as the listeners and the members, what do you bring to the party? What do you bring to, you know, everybody brings something to the party.
Hey, now, this is the piece, right? This is what I like about this superphone shit. This is why I sent it to you, right? Check it out. All the people you know, and they data, you makes that shit super simple, right? Boom. I can go on and share my people with you. You understand what I'm saying? Because my piece is, you bring the music, I can help bring some people to support the music.
Right.
Because, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I bring to the party. So maybe I might be able to get 5 to 6 people to come with me. So you can add them to your book. New technology, through the way is moving, you're going to personally be able to interact with these individuals. This is where it is right now. Relationship building. Rather than crying about your woes, using this media right now. Right now, I am streaming live. I am streaming live on YouTube. I am on Spreaker. I'm creating a podcast all at the same time. And I got people coming in and out. I got family coming in and out. And my goal is to develop personal relationships with all of them so that I could come in, I could pick up my device. I don't have to go through every last emails. I'd be like, boom, all those interested, all those that think alone, Shaka come and tickets $10. Boom. And if I got 110% respond, got 10 people plus myself coming. Maybe you might get 100, but the point is, that's what I can bring. This is why I sent that video out, man, because that shit, that's the future of not just the music business, the future of social work.
Benefits.
You know what I'm saying? And we have to start looking at about far as developing our kids and developing and reaching out to the young people. That shit is a business. It's a social business. You know what I'm saying? But there's some economics that have to be there. But also, now, what's so fly about the superphone technology is, check this out, Shaka. The reason when you call, people text in, hold on, let me I didn't mean to not acknowledge your beautiful self. I want to send shouts out to my beautiful niece, Miss Layla. How you doing, girl? What you doing on Facebook? What did I tell you about that? Touring is where most of the money is what Anubis says. The DJ a bit rusty since shutting down and having a family some years ago. But when he was in his own, you know what I'm saying? And we all know people like that. Like Shaka, when Shaka get on stage, Shaka go on his own. But it's like we have to start building our audiences for this. We have to build our tribes because a lot of them have been poisoned, but a lot of them now are starting to wake up. We're at a point right now where that music piece that you're talking about. But check this out, man. I got to watch you. I got on to watch you. Oh, okay. I'm flattered, baby. Listen, on the Superphone app, it not only takes down all the information, right? But through a person's area code or zip code, they're able to map out where everybody is. So once you get your shit compiled, you'll be sitting in Kentucky and you say, let's say, well, hell, you be able to look at your list and be like, well, damn, I got 100 people that like my shit in Kentucky. I'm going to do a show in Kentucky.
Right.
I mean, and it can tell you exactly the city in Kentucky where you could go. So now the whole piece is we are able to build networks. That's why I mean, because a lot of them are not filling out all that shit. I need really, because this is where it is right now for me. Let's not talk. You won't be the same motherfucker when the balloon go up that you won't become nonviolent. I'm not fucking with you. See, because most of these people that be sitting up here thinking that they can hide, you can't hide shit. They already know that I'm podcasting. They already know what I'm talking about. They know what I ate for breakfast this morning. They know what you ate for breakfast this morning. They know. Listen, and Aisha can be my witness. The IRS, because they said I owed them money. I went up there to argue, but when that woman sat down, she said, "Listen, Mr. Brown. Listen, Mr. Brown. A folder about dictionary thick." She said, "Mr. Brown, I got all this, and we could go through each one of these, and maybe we'll find a little bit more, maybe we find a little bit less." And Miss Aisha was trying to get at it. I'm like, "Oh, whoa. So what's the deal?" You see what I'm saying? Because the point I'm trying to make is this. A lot of us is trying to hide when in fact they have developed systems to monitor everything that we do. So stop trying to hide. Stop doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? That will put you on the radar unless it's absolutely necessary. I have such a love for my people that now I want to leak up. Now I want to be able to tell every last individual that's in Gye-Nyame Journey, that's on Gye-Nyame Journey page, all 421 of them, when it's their birthday, I want to either give them a call or send them a text. Every individual that buys a book from me, I want to be able to have a discussion about that book. Every individual. You know what I'm saying? That shit is manageable. And if it's manageable for me, Shaka, you even more social than I am. So when you go to places and you start giving out your number and shit, and motherfuckers start registering, you gonna have. Because check this out. This is what this is what I liked about Ryan Leslie's hustle, right? Ryan would be like, feel free to text me. I'll communicate with anybody. Somebody text him, he look at it, and he send him a text back and be like, yo, bro, you know, I'm willing to deal with you, but I'm seeing that you haven't supported me. And what did Ryan Leslie need from him? Dude, I mean, you texted me, but you haven't bought an album. I got motherfuckers that want to call me, all these questions, but never even looked at one of my books. Never. You family. Those of us that are in this conscious piece and like coming into the idea of relationship management is three things that we need to know about relationships. I tell y'all this all the time. Notepad and your pencil because your uncle about to break down the game about relationships. This is impersonal relationship. This is a romantic relationship. A relationship has 3 R's. Relationships start with an R, and that's the seat of the stool. It got 3 legs that come down. Respect, and reciprocity. A lot of us in the conscious community that want to have a relationship with us without reciprocity, without responsibility. Be responsible for shit. I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna. I don't believe in the process of reciprocity. Works. You're conscious of things, and what happened is they won't support shit that you're doing. But as soon as life kicked them in their ass, guess who they called? Guess who they calling?
Right. And Layla, your other uncle alive and direct. All right. I ain't with you right now, but in relationships,
she can hear you. She can hear
personal
you.
or everybody is tuned in, and that station is called We FM. Gye-FM. You know what that stands for? What? So every time you build a new relationship, business, always understand that the first thing that pops into somebody, what do I want from this individual? Do I want to give? So you just have to be very conscious of that. You are in a capitalistic mind state. You're there to make money. People come for your stuff. Oh man, if you give me this CD, man, I swear I'll put it in Dr. Dre's hand. One tonight, I ain't got the money tonight, but I promise you, if you give me this CD, people come up to you. Let me trade you one of my CDs with your CDs. I'm just being nice because I don't even like their music. But at the end of the day, I gotta let them know. Listen, if I swap this CD, $10, eat $10 off of your CD. I can't make a hamburger happen off of your CD.
Not the hamburger.
But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, brother. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, but the bottom line is that every relationship there is give and take. Some of us are conscious of it, and some of us are not. Are the ones who are being hurted because it's easy money. It's easy money if you're not in the game because you're making somebody money. Right now, sitting still, you're making somebody some money. And in life, if you really want to be successful, you got to find yourself on the other side, on the outside of that bubble where people are just making money off of you. You want to be one of the ones who put something in the works that is constantly making money without you having to do any more work because you did it right the first time. So I'm proud of you for being an entrepreneur at such a young age.
Yeah, we watching you too. We watching you, baby. And like I said, now you can take both of those, you can take one of them, but the PC is have you a formula for relationships. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is the issue, family. Baby. And shouts out to Baby Bubba. I see you out there, also known as Royalty, also known as the Sean in Columbus, right? But listen, with all relationships, family, we have to understand that these relationships are based on reciprocity. Because even in Shaka's piece, you hear the responsibility, you hear the respect, and you hear the reciprocity. Now, people understand. People understand this, right? So it's sort of like most people want to get the milk without having to keep the cow. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting to a point in my life where it's like, boom, I'm getting too old. Because in a minute, I might not have the energy like this. In a minute, I might not be able to get up and jump up and do push-ups. In a minute, I might not be able to do some of the stuff that I'm doing. I might not be as hype. I plan to stay this way. But I have children now. So it's like when I give to you, you know what I'm saying? You have to you have to give back. We have to have a relationship of give and take, a healthy relationship of give and take. It's unhealthy to be in a relationship where you all giving. You know what I'm saying? I got people calling wanting advice. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they don't want to take time to fill out something in the app for me. They don't even want to come to Kwanzaa for me. They don't want to stay late and do volunteer work at school for me. They don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So now what it's getting down to is we have to learn how to start narrowing down people to those who really support us, because this is what's crazy. The people that really support you, family, really support you, it's a whole lot of them out there, and they're waiting for you. They waiting for you. All right. Anything else? Because I see I see people dropping off like flies, man. We must have did something, Shaka. We must have pissed some people off. Gina, water, please. Listen, Shaka.
You know, in full circle, Layla, you are moving about this this new space, making money. That as long as you stay in school, and that will hand you money. And if you're studying, you know, meaningful art, right now you got to know so that when you put them through the search engine, there's certain buzzwords that you should know in the industry right now. Meaningful. So when you put it in there and you're looking for resources, and they got like $2,500 here and $5,000 here if you just write this essay and show us how to. Yo, that money's out there. A whole bunch of it. Like I said, last year, a 24-year-old black student, $1.3 million, and a student check he had to pay back.
And he don't have to pay taxes on that shit either.
And I'm just saying. So, you know, while you're out there on the money making, just understand that there's a true hustle and just staying a student and taking care of your finances in school.
You can now pin comments. All right, pin comments. What the hell are you talking about? Oh man, I unpinned it. Damn, that was stupid. See, they fucked me up, man. They always messing up. I gotta post something up again. I'm sorry. So here we go. The number to call in is 614-556-4535. Once again, 614-556-4535. 614, I'm gonna do it again, 614-556-4535. Thank you, Sash. And you can text me. Text me and get a journey at 614-300-1875. Journey that's working with numbers right now, right? Y'all gonna recognize that number because that's the number we need. Pin comment. All right, so now what else going on with you, Shaka? You got any I didn't even mean to send that show on now. I have a baby crying. Oh, girl, so what? This is my daughter. She maybe say so what? All right. So what? Watch. You can watch. All right, there you go. All right, now, Shaka, what you doing? You got any new projects you working on? I mean, cause like, yo, hey, I mean, like I said, you know, I need some more music for the show for the interludes, cause I'm not gonna play no more music where other people getting paid that I don't know. I love Fela, but I don't know Fela. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. I got you.
Wait, hold on.
I got some things.
Hold on. Sasha Gina, pop bottles up off this chair. Why you got to sit on the chair and not on the table? I'm sorry. Real life here, Gye-Nyame. Look at you just pulled it, you're gonna make it fall. Gye-Nyame, gotta stay on top of it. Real life. Gye-Nyame Journey. Hey,
so
go ahead.
Let me put it out to the tribe, just based on those who have heard some of my previous or whatnot. What do y'all want to hear that y'all haven't heard yet?
Hear my song, man.
You know what? I'm going to do a whole different recording of that song, and actually, yeah, come to Columbus to make that happen.
You know,
shout outs once again to Eddie Bayard. You know, definitely gonna keep his solo spot when we re-record this song, and you can. I don't know what he's talking about. On SoundCloud, I got Divine. Actually, it's on Reverb Nation. So reverbnation.com/Dr.
How much they take off? How much they take off for selling that? What percentage?
I don't even sell that.
Oh, you just give it away?
I mean, yeah, you can go on and listen to it and just download it.
See that type of shit right there, Shaka? Now check this out. A couple of your songs to where not just they don't just give it away, but information like the name, the birthday, and stuff like that, and sign up for your phone and shit.
Well, see, understand this, that part of my strategy maintain my legacy for my kids is to make sure that wasn't no hands in my pocket to try to collect my royalties before my children get to see it.
Right.
So that means that for 13 years, my strategy was the opposite of monetizing my music. I gave it away for the most part so that, I maintain a state of relevance and social consciousness. At the end of the day, it's all about this moment right here, a new year. Everybody that I want to be able to incentivize our endeavors, now it's wide open, and the potential for money is vast. So for those who have made it into this era of my existence, honor, these are the ones who I'm leaning to first. Like that. The name of the game right now is Shared Incentive. The song, and on the album cover, really pretty custom piece that was designed by Sister Layla, and that's the album cover. Photo done, and we keep it all in house. Everybody who is a part of that absolute project now has a shared incentive to sell it, because now she has a more diversified product base. It's not just the jewelry, but it's even the artwork, the photographs made from the jewelry side now. So now she's got something else to put on the platform, and now we share a legacy. So that's what time it is right now.
Sent the song. I'm just trying to figure out, do you want me to play this song, Brother Nubis? But hey, Shaka, also, if you want to go and do, throw one of your songs out for people so people know what type of talent we working with. We ain't fucking around. I'm just trying to let people know we're not playing at all. I need y'all to understand. You know what I'm saying? Because we got some very, very talented people in our circle. Technically talented, we got scientifically talented, we got musicianly talented, we got people that can run a mouth. I'm like myself. I'm quite sure that some in some form of fashion. Sisters, listen. Have the best organizers. I'm just waiting for one of y'all to pimp me out. Just pimp me out. That's all I'm saying. Money together. Because listen, You can put me on the stage anywhere. I'm gonna do my goddamn thing. And then if I got a backup band, you know what I'm saying? We could travel to the city and do conscious work, and then also have conscious music. Oh my God!
You know what? I tell them, this is what we're gonna do right now. Pick a date. Pick a date for me to be in Columbus, and let's put the machine to the test. Let's pick a date. Be there, and let's take care of that.
You know what? Now we're gonna sit down and talk, because this is why. This is why. Because I might have access to a space. Possibly do have access to a space, because this would be just a regular meeting. You know what I'm saying? All that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We can invite folks out and we give it a run. Hey, I mean, but let's sit down and talk about it. All right. And then also I talked to the elders in the collective as well. I mean, because the whole piece is, like I said, I'm trying to build right now. So Anubis. I need Anubis. Hold on. Miss Aisha Essex says ethero cleansers. So it's like we would be able, listen, man, because she talking about doing the ethero cleanses. You talking about the music. Sister Navita's talking about doing a movie night. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like we got all this stuff, right? And it's and just be honest, it's deeper than making money, but yes, money will be involved with the whole process. So there's a lot of stuff going on that we're gonna be able to do. But I'm just trying to be clear. Let me find him on this messenger real quick, because he sent me a message. Oh, he want me to play that. So all right, family, we gonna Brother Nubis got a song. It's called Love Chaser by Tatsuyi Takashimi Takashi. All right. Not like I can monetize this show anyway. All right. So I'm going to play this tune. Then when we come back, we're going to hear a little bit more from Brother Shaka. Here we go. Yeah. I need some more water. That's hot, Nubis. That's hot.
nice, right?
You familiar with this? So what? I know it's the unsleeping one. I like it. Just like this got that 70 vibe, movie vibe. We used to be, right after you be at the club, they be at the club, then they go out and do karate in the alley and shit. Damn. Y'all gotta be drinking water. Gene, I need another water. That tattoo connection with you. I never saw that. We got brother Shaka songs, and then my daughter got a request amongst the blind. Unless you got something else you want to send it to me and I download it.
Oh, I do something right now, man.
Okay, hold on, only on Gye-Nyame music. This is the point that I want to get to. But we should have live. Listen, but we got the bill, family. We going back family time. You see, my daughters is tripping. Hopefully one of their sisters is listening or one of their cousins. Come get them.
Yeah, you. What's going on yours?
All right, yeah. But Shaka, it's on you.
Righteous, man.
Somebody say I love Shaka music. I love Shaka music.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let them decide as a love or revolution. What is most on your heart right now? Love or revolution?
Somebody, the question is, do you about either a love song or a revolution song? And they both the same. Right.
So I'm gonna do a revolution song called.
Okay, go ahead.
It's we're gonna take it back to reggae style. Everybody at home can sing along if you feel it. Some people write songs. Right, echo throughout. Some people write, but for black music, we shine in music. Love, love, love. Make love, 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 love music. Get out. Love misfortune to you. Peace within these words. One day you'll sing them too. That one which before we reach eternity. From every nation, I wanna make love, love music, love, 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 love music.
You hear my daughters back there? Good. Give them a round of applause. My fault. That was a signal for me. Okay. Daughters made a request. I'm gonna play this. And this is by B Jazz. This is with their Uncle Quojo and their Uncle Allende on the drums. Founded by talent, but we just got to recognize it. Here you go.
I stand before you, honoring those who made the sacrifice, those who died, those whose bones lie deep in the Atlantic Ocean, those ancestors stolen from the motherland and taken to another land. You, I say, we honor those freedom fighters like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Mary Bethune, others who fought, who bled, who died. I say, the unknown warriors.
My daughters dancing this shit. They love it.
Who bled and died for freedom. As we pour and we say, we honor the unborn children who will continue the legacy of sacrifice, who will fight, who fought the fight. I say, we call out to those, join the fight. Join the fight and continue to honor those who fought, who bled, who died. I say.
I see the camera bouncing. That's my daughter. They love this shit.
We pour libations and honor those who fought the fight. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, stay in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor. I say, stand up, I say, stay in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight. I get up, stand up, I say, get up, stand up, I say, stay in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight. Marcus, Mark, area, Bethune, Turner, I say, in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight. Get up. Take time to honor those who fought the fight. Stand up, get up, stand up.
I know we might clean this shit up now.
Get up.
I say,
Stay in the fight.
fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight.
Marcus, Mountain,
I say,
Bethune, stay in the fight. Fight with all your might.
take the time.
Those who fought the fight. Get up,
Stand up. I say,
get up, stand up. I say.
you talent. And it's just, how do we harness this talent, the resources that we need to move to the next level, or at least to inspire? You know what I'm saying? And last night I tried to listen to some of the rap music, man. I really tried. I tried. Well, actually, I listened to a song by the Migos, and it was all right. A little mumbly, but I mean, I could understand it a little bit. But then something came on right after, and I said, I tap out. You know what I'm saying? So, family, I want to thank Shaka. Do you have anything else you want to say before we roll up out of here, man?
And it always seemed like we ended into the meeting.
Until we ain't got the end. I'm just saying, I done drunk all this water. Don't want to blow up on screen, or pee on myself. I'm not kind of old.
Yeah. I really feel like where this platform can be really happen overnight. And I think that you're really good respond. But I think it's time for the collective issue, collective request to the universe and see what happens. And so when I say get me there, what I mean is everyone who is a part of this vibration, let's get there. So it might turn out to be a weekend retreat. It might turn into a nation builders retreat. It might turn into a nation builder's training. But the piece is that we have to optimize on our time and space.
That's right. That's right.
Because that's the only thing that gives them, whoever they are, power over us. Capitalize off of our idle time and space. They monetize on it. Real estate.
Yes, they do.
Cyberspace is vast, and that is the new real estate.
Now, I mean, because something else is coming. Something else is coming, yo. I mean, it never fails, and the only thing we gotta do is be on top of it. Go put them in the trash can.
Hey, and that's the piece, and that's why I wrote this sci-fi story, because it really, I mean, Hatem, what, man? I'm gonna send you the prologue. I thought that I already did. The prologue that I've been reading from of my story, also called The Evolution of the Elevated People. And when I say it's also called that, now that story is part of a bigger story as a stage production. And this year, every year that passes, and I don't hit the presenters networking conference, it feels bad, but I feel like this year I need to stand on stage and not do just a musical show, but to be able to present a multimedia, multidisciplinary, and those are big dollars. And you know what? When it comes down to it, Hatem, so the piece is that I don't know if you remember this, but there was a hip hop version of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, Rome and Jules
came out. Rome and Jules, and I was working for the organization that paid them the check. And when I saw what a stage production, man, listen, we do, as entertainers, like, we do local shows. That should be the thing that we do just to stay sharp. Store sharp,
Mm-hmm.
But going out and doing stage production, putting it through the right channels, because you're in the hole when you're marketing stage production. So I'm just putting that out there. So the idea in this sci-fi story is that inside of technology that we created for our own safety good, that has caused technology to take over the world. And we don't even realize it's happening because we are drowned by technology. See, in the story, there's a scientist. He did three things to advance man. Created in 1999 was an artificial intelligent entity called Christine, who was basically the ghost in the machine. She is the Christ of technology. She is the thing that we put together to defend us against Y2K. And on the stroke of midnight, she does not activate. And so the scientist himself is blackballed from NASA, blackballed from the UN, who put all this money into this thing. She didn't even do anything. So by 2006, you hear from this man again, because he's the first scientist to successfully interfere bionics memory. So Hatem, if you got your legs chopped off right now,
That's kind of cheerful. Thank you for cheering me up.
To these nanites form based on cellular memory, and now you have bionic limbs, right? It's a sci-fi story, but that's the process. Now, so then he creates these things called entities, neurotransmission device, where basically through an implant, we are seemingly telepathic, able to exchange data between our entities. Oh, how Tim, you haven't heard this song before? And then you on the other line like, oh, okay, yeah, I heard this before. Because you, through thought commands, am interacting with this entity. And I say interacting because we're not controlling it, interacting with it at this point because it's synchronizing, it's humanizing itself through our behavior, as Siri does right now. All right. So then,
Now it's your turn to do what I say.
let's see. We got the entities, we got the cyber him, and we got Christine. And in 2012, in all the capital cities of the world, they all black out. The world is blacked out like Swiss cheese, right? You got these boys in amazing places that is dealing with all of our international affairs in terms of crashes because of these blackouts. Figure out what's happening, what's going on, where, who's causing these blackouts. Back to the scientist because he created Christine 13 years ago.
Hey, man, hey, I gotta pee, man. I want to hear the story, but goddamn, I mean, come on now, this the prologue?
No.
You done?
Yeah.
Cause you know I'm a writer.
No, go ahead.
You know I'm a writer. I'm just letting you know. I'm a writer, and by tomorrow I will have a Christine. I'm just joking. Hey man, listen. I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom bad.
You said I've never done so much.
I want it. Now I'm gonna let you keep on going, but I'm going to the bathroom. People listening. We still got people listening. So, and obviously you got them linked in. So keep on going. I'll be right back.
It's my show now.
Okay.
Do something with your hair before you get on here. I ain't trying to argue with your mom.
Can I get the tablet?
Go ahead, Chocolate. Go.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Hatem has left me
You see?
my microphone.
Okay.
I'm going to keep on going.
I'm listening. You're funny, Gina.
You listening?
Yep.
All right. So it's story time. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Right on. Let me tell you about Soul. Soul is the time traveler. And Soul doesn't use a time machine to travel in time, but what he's learning about his gift, that when he does righteous deeds, it propels him into the future. He does things that takes him away from good things, causes him to go back or to treadmill in motion and not move or advance in time at all. That's just like running in place, exerting all of this energy and not going anywhere. Right? So, Brother Soul really wants to do good in life. In fact, he wants to do the most righteous thing that he can put his mind to, because eventually he knows that the Creator is going to advance him into a place where he can live out the rest of his life with his queen. And so, Soul finds himself in the year 2012, blacked out in a major city. It's blacked out. One stream of light, almost like a road map, that are lit up for Soul. And he walks and he follows these lights. And as he gets to the end of the lights, bigger lights would light up to show him which way to go. And it leads him into a hospital. And inside of the hospital, and takes him into an ICU. And inside of the ICU is a woman in the shadow, a comatose state. And there's a voice, finally, here for the first time, and it's Christine. Christine is speaking through the monitors, and she says, I know who you are, and I know how you are. Now, let me explain that. Christine has been living dormant inside of technology for 13 years. She knows everything about man that there is to know. Nature. She knows about how we are conditioned. She knows what makes us live and what would cause us to die. She sees us and experiences us through our phones, through every camera. She studies us. Text message that we send. She knows what makes us feel or behave erratically. She knows how to control us. In years. And her one vulnerability is spirit. She doesn't understand spiritual energy. She doesn't understand how the spirit works. But she knows that it's undeniable. Some people who she can't control, spiritual nature. And these people with this spiritual nature have advanced in man abilities like time traveling, like being able to create heat, technology. They have new powers to be able to a collective wheel vibration. There are new abilities that Marvel hasn't even written yet. These are individuals known from the very beginning of life, creators. So being able to create the most substantial thing. Got him back?
I'm still here. I'm here.
Okay. Christine, so someone who she knows has spiritual gifts. And she says, know who you are. You are. I know when. every time soul is present in the world, I bring this conversation. I know what you see. Save you all the time in the world to let you know. Find it. Creator of people as advanced. Who you are has not made the woman that you fantasize about spending the rest of your days with. However, because I know who you are, I can be the soul of this woman. And as the light, this woman, this is the one who he had chosen. This is the one that had caused him to work in time and to repeat an era of life. Now she is comatose and without a soul. Christine is saying that through the technology, she can be the soul of this woman. That's it. Be able to manifest for him what he has waited for his entire life. She is causing him to go back on everything he believes. Her. He doesn't understand the power of belief because she doesn't understand spirit. And of today's story, and
you don't know how to whisper though, girl.
I tell,
I'm listening. My daughter up here whispering shit in the back. I don't know what she's saying. But hey, giving out free, you giving out free stories. You know people be coming on here and next thing you know that shit'll be out. So you better go and finish that book now. I'm saying. Yeah, that's like a movie. That's a movie right there. You got my kids sitting down listening. Miss Aisha was listening. She said she wasn't getting off and just told me to go to the bathroom. Hell with me and my busting bladder. You just go to the bathroom. Let them talk. Let them talk. You know what I'm saying? All right, but hey, I want to say peace to the family. I want to say thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. We got 79 comments just on this thread. It's growing. We are getting more involved. So I made the right decision of switching over to Gye-Nyame. I just got to find out what's going on with my man, with brother Kwame. But it's good to have Anubis back because I understand he got to get out the city every now and then. It's good to have Shaka as a co-host. We do this every weekend. Every Kumba and Imani sit down calls. My week start next week, so I probably won't be able to do inbound. Well, actually, I can do calls, and text-ins and stuff like that. But we won't. I'm gonna have to get off of there by about 6, because I got to start getting ready. I'm about to go downstairs and get my stuff ironed. If the show grows to a point to where we have to continue conversation, I might have to get up at 4:30. So I get rid of do the toast, knock the toast out, so we can have a conversation. Because the PC is space where family can come together and we can have meaningful, intentional discussion to educate ourselves and educate our children. All those that would be interested in having a discussion about some of Amos Wilson work, Go to 614-300-1875. Text me with a hashtag Black Power. Hashtag Black Power. And we could go and sit down and discuss which one of Amos Wilson's book you want to go over. Remember on Kuji Chagalia, we do folk tales for grown folks. On Ujima, tribal quotes. So family, we constantly learning. We do the morning toast every morning from Umoja to Nia, 5:15 a.m. right now. And then on the weekend, you can catch me when you can. For those that call 614-300-1875 and you put the hashtag Daily Toast list, so I can get up in the morning and I could text you during the weekend exactly when the show is about to start. You know what I'm saying? And with that, you are now
listening to Gye-Nyame Journey. We got a harnessable projection.
And yes, it's been a Daily Toast.
It's time to blow your own paradigm.
We out, family. Yes, you can get the tablet. Peace. Hold on. Let me stop my show. Let me stop my show before y'all start bum rushing me and stuff like that. Tablet. Unplug it. Take the tablet.
Thank you. Hey! How dare you?
Lord have mercy.
After I get my passport.
All right, bro.